for you. Good evening. I am the Middle Language for Senior Class President. On behalf of our graduating class, let me welcome you to the 2023 Boaz High School Commencement Ceremony. Parents, families, friends, and faculty, we are here tonight because of your love and devotion to the class of 2023. To my classmates, we are also here tonight because when we faced the obstacles and challenges of high school, we persevered, and as a result, we will leave a legacy of character, leadership, and success. May we continue to grow in all that we have learned as we step into the world beyond the confines and comfort of high school. To everyone here tonight, thank you again for joining us as we celebrate this momentous occasion.
With gas prices and inflation at an all-time high, Alexander Ford understands it's tough out there. We do not want to be just some dealership, we want to be your dealership. For all your sales, parts, and service needs, we believe we can save you money. We have new inventory on the way, a fully stocked parts department, and an award-winning service department.
Alexander Ford has been family owned and operated for over 50 years in Boaz. We want to be a part of your family.
Visit Boaz Discount Drugs and Johnson Hallmark in their new location just up the street on the corner of Highway 168 and Elizabeth Street in Boaz. Same helpful, friendly service with personal attention to each prescription. Boaz Discount Drugs is your prescription compounding specialist with custom medications to fit your needs. And Johnson's Hallmark is your source for all occasion cards and gift items. Marshall DeKalb Electric Cooperative is a proud supporter of our community and our local schools, academics, and athletics. Best of luck to all our local teams throughout the season. Our mission at Marshall DeKalb Electric Cooperative is to provide the most reliable electrical service at the lowest possible rate. We strive to achieve our mission with quality and reliable service and a commitment to our consumer needs. We want to be a beacon in each community that we serve.
People's Bank is my go-to place for banking.
When you deal with People's, their goal is your success.
Here at People's Bank, it's more about a relationship.
I know my bankers, and I've got their cell numbers. I just call them.
If we had been with a larger bank, we would have just been a number. We're supported 100% by People's Bank. They're our neighbor, they're our friends. We're part of this community.
I went to People's Bank because I knew they were going to take care of me.
People's Bank treat us like we're the most important client they have.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Maddox Patterson, and I stand before you today as a salutatorian of the class of 2023. I would like to welcome all faculty, friends, and families. Specifically, I would like to welcome you guys, the class of 2023 at Boaz High School. As I look out at all of my classmates, I realize how incredible it is that we are gathered here today to celebrate the product of 13 long years of hard work. It feels like yesterday that I sat in this chair as a junior marshal. We have struggled our way through many rigorous experiences. All of us know that it is not only the academics that make high school a difficult and developmental time in our lives. It's been a long journey for each and every one of us, and we would not be here today without the dedication and support of the Boaz City School System. So, to the class of 2023, congratulations. Now let's look back at what has brought us here. I want to start with the summer before we would all begin our high school journey. We received our schedules and the rumors began. Everyone talked about how stressful Miss Chumley's class would be and how difficult high school courses would be in general. We quickly realized that the transition would be challenging, and then finally came the day everyone had long awaited. The first day of high school. I was just as nervous as everyone else was. I didn't know many of the upperclassmen, and it was different being at the bottom of the totem pole again. It was a bigger gap between seniors and freshmen. I remember walking in the homeroom being the most nervous I'd been starting a new school year. We were all apprehensive, but for the most part, the school year went smoothly for us. Then the second semester rolled around, and I don't even have to say it. Everyone knows what happened the week before spring break that school year. After a 5-month summer, we had to learn how to navigate through a strange but experimental sophomore year. We have heard too many people talk about COVID and how it was such a challenge to the education system, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that, but I would like to say even with the numerous setbacks during our 10th grade year, we all survived. I joined the golf team during this school year, and I want to thank Coach Smith and my teammates for making it a great experience. I've formed many new friendships on this team, and it was a perfect way to distract myself from all the chaos in the world. Then, over the summer between my sophomore and junior years, I finally started to experience some of those challenging times that I talked about earlier. It was no longer academics that made high school difficult, but also the fact that some friendships started to fade, which is an experience many others can relate to. But now I'll move on to probably everyone's most difficult year, 11th grade. Some people took their first college classes, and many tackled brutal AP courses for the first time. However, there were also many highlights to this year. I had the honor of serving as president of SGA, and I never had the chance to thank everyone that made that year an awesome recovery from the previous one, which was highly defined by the pandemic. I know the year had its setbacks, but there were moments when we all came together. Just like the time y'all got me and Audrey to twerk at Spirit Olympics. The year went on, and again, some of the same things started to happen with my friendships. Just like the year went on, and again, some of the same things started to happen with my friendships. Just as everyone goes through it, more friendships started to fade, which is just one of the many tough realities that everyone has to face during high school. And now, finally, I move on to senior year. This fall, I took it upon myself to take 21 hours of classes at Sneed. I also decided to join show choir. It was something that was full of new experiences, trials, and lessons. So I want to take this time to thank everyone in the group and Miss Odom for an awesome year. It helped me learn that by doing something you love, no matter how others may perceive you for it, is all that really matters. I'm very honored to be able to sing the Boaz High School alma mater here in a few moments with the other senior choir members. That's enough about me. Something that I think everyone can relate to is that this past school year looked very different for most of us. Many of us did our own thing and were not on campus as often as we were the previous 3 years. Even though this class may not have been together as much physically, when it came down to it, we still had a sense of togetherness. We all knew this was it, some of the final times the entire class would all be together in the same place. I believe that the day we all received our caps and gowns, realization set in that we would be graduating in a few short weeks. Here we are today. If we want to be realistic, this will be the last time many of us see each other all in one place. As a recent Sneed graduate, I can say with confidence that graduating from high school is a much more emotional experience for me. I say this because throughout high school, we have all been in at least one class together. This was not the case for college. When I watched people walk across the Sneed stage a few weeks ago, I realized I didn't know the overwhelming majority of my graduating class. At college, people are all pursuing different degrees, whereas at Boaz, we were all pursuing the same diploma. Tonight, we will be leaving the people we have grown up with, so this is definitely not an easy goodbye. Even though I do not have enough time to thank everyone as much as I would like, I want to thank a handful of special people who have played an important role in my life up to this moment. First, I want to thank every teacher that I've had for providing me with a great education and the tools for its success. I may have always been called a teacher's pet, but all of my former teachers have always genuinely cared for me and their students. I'm also grateful for the administration at Boaz for ensuring that the schools function smoothly. Thank you to Daniel and Katie Millard for your hard work and dedication to my church youth group. You have given me a strong Christian foundation that I will be able to use for the rest of my life. I would like to thank all the friends I've had for making high school an exciting and wonderful time. I'm grateful for every friendship I've had in high school. I want to thank all of my extended family members for supporting my journey through high school. I have always felt the genuine encouragement that you have given me. To my sister Maggie, even through our countless arguments and fights, I'm thankful for the time we have spent growing up together. I know you will always be there for me to talk to about anything. To my dad, thank you for always pushing me to my academic boundaries. But most importantly, for all the quality time spent together during my childhood years. You will always be a role model for me. To my mom, thank you for being there for me through the toughest times in high school. I will use your advice for the rest of my life. All in all, as I stand here today, I think about how proud I am of this class for powering through all the ups and downs we have experienced. I know that this day has been one that some people have dreaded. I also know it's one many have looked forward to for many years. I have definitely felt a sense of conflicting emotions from my classmates over these past few weeks. But one thing can be said. I think we are all prepared for the next chapter in our lives. In just a few moments, you will hear from Sristi Modi, the Boaz High School Class of 2023 valedictorian. I have known Shristi for quite some time, most memorably during our 8th grade year. I've watched her push for excellence and persist through many difficult times. We've been through good and bad, but I will always cherish the time we had together. She fully deserves to be delivering the next speech you're about to hear, and I'm honored to join her as the salutatorian. However, before I leave the stage, I would like to leave everyone with a couple of verses from Ephesians chapter 4 that have helped me become the person I am today. Get rid of all bitterness, rage, anger, harsh words, and slander, as well as all types of evil behavior. Instead, be kind to each other, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, just as God through Christ has forgiven you. I still fall short every day, but I always look back on this verse. It's been a model for me through the highs and lows of my life, and I hope that by leaving you all with this verse, it can have a similar impact on your lives as well. Again, congratulations to the class of 2023, and thank you for your time this evening.
Good evening, family, friends, faculty, and most importantly, fellow graduates. My name is Shristi Modi, and it is an honor to stand before you today as the class of 2023 valedictorian. I would like to first take a moment to thank Maddox for giving us a wonderful reflection on the last 4 years of our lives. He and I have definitely helped each other get to where we are today, and I'm so grateful for having been able to grow up with him. Maddox, congratulations on all of your achievements, and I am so proud of you. I would also like to thank each and every person here this evening. While it is true that this day is a milestone for this year's graduating class, it is also a defining moment for those who have watched us grow up. To the parents who raised us, the teachers who shaped us, and the friends who loved us, thank you for gathering here today and crossing this milestone with us. I also want to, of course, congratulate my fellow classmates. As children, everyone told us this day would arrive quicker than we expected, and they were right. In the blink of an eye, it seems like we grew up, and now we are all attending our graduation that we once thought was so far away. To the class of 2023, we did it, and I'm so incredibly proud of us. I know that some of you at this moment can't wait to walk across this stage. You've been waiting for this day for ages. I know that some of you at this moment can't wait to walk across this stage. You've been waiting for this day for ages, and all you feel is excitement. I'm sure others right now are a little more nervous, and some of you may be even a little bored. Personally, all I feel is the weight of how unbelievably surreal this moment is. If you had told me back in middle school that I'd be speaking at my graduation as valedictorian, I would have laughed in your face. I would have said it's impossible and listed a plethora of reasons why I was not capable of that. What's interesting, however, is that if you had told me the same thing at 4 years old, I wouldn't have doubted it for a second. And I think that's because as children, we all have a fiery spirit that we believe is unbreakable. We think that the grass will always be green so long as we water it, and that the sun will always shine on us, which is very ironic considering today. We are naive as children, but we are also confident. We have dreams of becoming astronauts and other things that are quite literally out of this world, and we have absolutely no doubt in our minds that we are capable of accomplishing these great feats. But as we age, this once unbreakable spirit begins to crack and splinter. We start to see for the very first time in life the patches of grass that remain dead no matter how many times we water them. And with this shockingly harsh reality check, the one that tells us that the world is not all sunshine and rainbows, also comes the influx of discouraging comments. Suddenly, we are in 6th grade, and someone tells us that ordinary people don't become astronauts. Those around us tell us that we need to be more realistic. But here's the thing. Being more realistic about life in no way entails being less confident in yourself. Sorry guys, my cap came off. Thank you. But here's the thing. Being more realistic about life in no way entails being less confident in yourself. Somewhere along the way, the line between the two became blurry. And as a result, we started to question our potential and settle for less. And that's sad to think about, because as children, we all had a flame that burned so brightly within us. But with every disheartening remark someone threw our way about being more realistic, that flame grew dimmer and dimmer. But just because your flame may have started to weaken does not mean it is gone. To the class of 2023, if there's anything you take from this speech, let it be this. Somewhere within you is a spark that is waiting to turn back into its original flame. Find it, because after today, there will be a multitude of events that require you to have faith in yourself. Whether you're interviewing for a job or getting ready to take a midterm, you'll need to reintroduce yourself to that confidence you were once so familiar with. And in the moments where you struggle to do so, please think back to the 4-year-old version of yourself. Ask yourself what he or she would say about your situation. Because I can promise you that your 4-year-old self would say that you are more than capable of getting that fancy job or passing the midterm for that ridiculously difficult class. Your younger self, with their flame untouched by the cruel words of others, would believe in you rather than tell you to be more realistic. Because no, the sun will not always shine on you, and no, the grass will not always be green. But that has absolutely nothing to do with your drive and your talent. If the sun does not shine, then be the light. Captivate others with your glowing skill set and passion. If the grass will no longer grow, then foster a garden of your most creative and insightful thoughts. Watch as a field of daisies blooms from your intelligence. But never once think being realistic means you must shrink your possibilities and settle for a more ordinary goal. All of you are capable of accomplishing incredible things in life. You just need to remember to maintain that fire within you. The kinder you are to yourself, the bigger your flame will grow, and the more opportunities you will open up for yourself. With that being said, I would like to take a moment to thank a few people who have helped me rediscover just how brightly my flame can shine. I would like to start with the teachers, administrators, custodians, and other faculty members who make up the Boaz City school system. I have been a part of this system since pre-K, and I'm grateful to say that I have grown up under the influence of so many mentors who genuinely care for every student on campus. I also want to thank the choir program for helping me learn what it means to be brave. I would not be half the person I am today without it. To my friends, words can never accurately describe what you mean to me. You wipe my tears for me when I've been at my lowest and have been the reasons why I've reached some of my happiest and highest points. Regardless of where life takes us, I will forever be grateful for the love you have shown me. Most importantly, thank you to my family. My parents told me 4 years ago that I would be standing on this stage delivering this speech, and as with everything else, they were right. Mom, thank you for teaching me how to stand up for myself. You are the very picture of strength and ferocity. Dad, thank you for showing me what it means to be kind and gentle. You are the type of parent I can only hope to be someday. Apart from both of my parents, I also want to say thank you to my favorite person in the entire universe, my sister. Binna, you are the sun to my moon. I'm eternally grateful that you exist because I don't know how I would navigate life without your jovial spirit. Everything I am is because of you. To my family, હું તમને પ્રેમ કરું છું ને તમે મારા માટે જે કર્યું છે તે હું કોઈ દિવસ નહીં ભૂલા. Which translates to I love you and I will never forget what you've done for me. Lastly, I want to say thank you to my fellow classmates. It has been an honor to take this journey with all of you over the past 14 years of my life. As we leave here tonight, please remember to go and find your spark and then turn it into an inferno. Strive to regain the faith you once had in yourself as a child and let it motivate you in whatever steps you choose to take from this day forward, even if those steps are deemed unrealistic in the eyes of others. To the class of 2023, congratulations. I wish each and every one of you the absolute best.
Lake Guntersville Pool and Spas is your home for custom pool design and construction, along with service, sales, and repair. They're also your authorized dealer for bullfrog spas and swim spas. For your new construction or redesign of your existing personalized outdoor space, visit our large showroom, located at the top of the mountain in Guntersville. Call Lake Guntersville Pool and Spas at 256-582-4050. Shane Vandergriff and the Lake Guntersville Real Estate team are proud supporters of the Guntersville City Schools and Wildcat Athletics. They encourage you to get out and support your local sports. If you're thinking of buying or selling a home, the best call you can make is Lake Guntersville Real Estate at 256-582-0112. Visit their informative website, shanev.com. They're your source for real estate in the Lake Guntersville area. They'll support you through the entire process, just like they support the Wildcat.
Screwdriver.
Screwdriver.
Pliers.
Pliers.
Phone. Care can be distracting.
Phone.
That's why our new Whirlpool Smart Range lets you care smarter with control from anywhere. So life doesn't revolve around your range.
Give me that Phillips screwdriver, would you, kiddo?
Every day, care. Whirlpool.
Visit the helpful, knowledgeable staff at Bonds Appliance on Gunner Avenue in Gunner.
You walk in the door, it's a hometown atmosphere, just a great place to purchase a vehicle.
We're going to do what we say we're going to do.
I've been a customer for over 8 years and I love it.
The customer can relax and feel like that there's no pressure.
We've had a very good experience.
I will come back here to buy whatever cars that we are going to buy in the future.
We don't try to steer you in a different direction.
For us, we don't need to go anywhere else.
We want everyone that walk in that feel like they're at home, that they're part of our family. Because at Sand Mountain Toyota, we are more than a dealership.
That was a great job by salutatorian and valedictorian in some very difficult conditions. I suggest we give him another round of applause. Aureli Acosta Garcia, magna cum laude. Lucia Aguera Garcia. Jeremy Tate Albritton. Pascual Alonso Gregorio. Carrie Beth Ashley. Yaisha Augustine. Enola Jackson Parker, magna cum laude. Carla Jasmine Basulto, magna cum laude. Sean Thomas Ball. Osiel Bello Marcelino. Mariana Hercules Beltran Rivera, cum laude. Aaliyah Taryn Weiss. Ashlyn Paige Bouvier. Dawson Riley Brasher, cum laude. Abigail Grace Brewer, magna cum laude. Broderick Edwin Brownrigg. Emery Kiara Skyan Burke, summa cum laude. Alexander Paul Butler. Corbin Michael Lee Corbone. Sierra Bechalin Cartagena, cum laude. David Cartagena. Christina Castro. Madison Abigail Chapman, summa cum laude. Amber Nicole Claiborne. Reese Aubrey Cobb, cum laude. Jaylee Ryan Colquitt, summa cum laude. Angel Gabriel Contreras Rosas. Emma Claire Cornett, magna cum laude. Stephanie Cortez Garcia. Lauren Nicole Daves. Abigail Miracle Davis. Ada Grace Davis, summa cum laude. Haley Lynn Dugan. Yenica Emil. Candelaria Escobar Perez. Rafael Moiso Esquivel. Kevin Mason Ford. Brendan Thomas Fowler, cum laude. Gavin Kane Fox. Reagan Lee Franks. Mauricio Uriel Frasco. Tessa J. Fritz, magna cum laude. Deborah Lynn Gamble. Juana Melissa Gaspar Martinez. Rogelio Gaspar Sebastian. Logan Leslie Gibson. Ruben Gomez. Abraham Tomas Gonzalez. Josue Gonzalez Hernandez. Rebecca Gonzalez Hernandez, magna cum laude. Abigail Jasmine Grace, summa cum laude. Allison Jade Grace, magna cum laude. Jacob Perry Hall. Jaden Matthew Hamilton, cum laude. Kason Gray Haney. Jersey Samara Harris. Alejandra Hernandez Zavala. Diana Lizette Hernandez. Bo Landon Hester, magna cum laude. Adam Ortiz Holbrook. Walter Isaiah Holland. Branson Ray Honey. Javius Cantrell Hudgens. Gaspar Abelardo Jacinto Escobar. Elisa Elizabeth Jacinto Tercero. Miguel Angel Jarquin. Mallory Ashlyn Johnson, cum laude. Jacob Wade Jolly. Jeremiah Slade Jolly. Carson Andrew Jones, cum laude. Grant Mitchell Jones. Jacob Caden Jones. Lainey Alexis Jones, summa cum laude. Emily Juan Hymas. Martine Juan Francisco. Jaquan Jashawn Kelly. William Davis Kilpatrick, cum laude. Andre Talik Kirkland. Logan Garrett Lackey. Catherine Ann Lancaster, summa cum laude. Amelia Lynn Langley, magna cum laude. Jaden Deanna Ledbetter. Noah Andrew Long. Limber Uriel Lopez Garcia. Livia Drew Maples, summa cum laude. Eli Andrew Martinez, cum laude. Luis Angel Martinez. Nathaniel Christian Martinez. Desiree Kyle Mashburn. Abby Claire McClendon, magna cum laude. Catarina Gregoria Miguel Alonso.
Marshall DeKalb Electric Cooperative is a proud supporter of our community and our local schools, academics, and athletics. Best of luck to all our local teams throughout the season. Our mission at Marshall DeKalb Electric Cooperative is to provide the most reliable electrical service at the lowest possible rate. We strive to achieve our mission with quality and reliable service and a commitment to our consumer needs. We want to be a beacon in each community that we serve.
People's Bank is my go-to place for banking.
When you deal with People's, their goal is your success.
Here at People's Bank, it's more about a relationship.
I know my bankers, and I've got their cell numbers. I just call them.
If we had been with a larger bank, we would have just been a number. We're supported 100% by People's Bank. They're our neighbor, they're our friends. We're part of this community.
I went to People's Bank because I knew they were going to take care of me.
People's Bank treat us like we're the most important client they have.
Visit Boaz Discount Drugs and Johnson Hallmark in their new location just up the street on the corner of Highway 168 and Elizabeth Street in Boaz. Same helpful, friendly service with personal attention to each prescription. Boaz Discount Drugs is your prescription compounding specialist with custom medications to fit your needs. And Johnson's Hallmark is your source for all occasion cards and gift items.
With gas prices and inflation at an all-time high, Alexander Ford understands it's tough out there. We do not want to be just some dealership, we want to be your dealership. For all your sales, parts, and service needs, we believe we can save you money. We have new inventory on the way, a fully stocked parts department, and an award-winning service department.
Alexander Ford has been family owned and operated for over 50 years in Boaz. We want to be a part of your family.
Emma Danae Miller. Jocelyn Shay Minor. Shruti Prabhukumar Modi, summa cum laude. Elpido Natali Morales. Yolanda Marilu Morales Simon. Nicholas Bocoa Cardoza. Paulina Nicole Myers. Landon Russell Nelson. Stephanie Pablo Alonso. Adit Nilay Kumar Patel, summa cum laude. Elijah Wayne Patterson. Maddox William Patterson, summa cum laude. Gladys Star Peacock, cum laude. Giovanni Pedro Bautista. Leilanda Augustine Pellet. Evelyn Antoinette Peña Castillo, magna cum laude. Ever Omar Perez Ramirez. Christopher Kyle Pinker, magna cum laude. Corbin Riley Pitts. Natalia Chatalie Black. Holly Ann Porch. Emma Nicole Pounds. Jeb Robertson Powell. Garrett Weston Prince. John Tyler Pruitt. Desi Emily Pullen. Ava Catherine Raines, summa cum laude. Ramiro Ralios Perez. Elena Ramirez Perez, magna cum laude. Jasmine Marie Ramirez. Maria Cristina Rios Ramirez. Dalia Rodriguez. Monica Roman Martinez. Isabella Angelica Sanchez Lopez. Belinda Silva Ventura, magna cum laude. Simri Jadiah Simone Morales. Nathan Ryan Simpson. Joanna Rose Benjamin Season. Gavin K. Smart. Derek Ryan Brady Smith. Kyron Samuel Snell. Lily Beth Summers, summa cum laude. Abigail Grace Colton, cum laude. Maggie Elizabeth Teal. Brendan Scott Thompson. Bailey Scott Turner. Jordan Blake Turner. Aida Roxana Vasquez Morales. Sarah Maria Velasquez Juarez. Austin David Welker. Connor Andrew Washburn. Summa cum laude. I.J. LaShawn Watkins. Tyler Douglas Whaley, cum laude. J.C. Elizabeth White, cum laude. William Jackson Whitmire. Cade Ryland Wharton, magna cum laude. Jacob Rodney Wilson, cum laude. Jackson Anthony Lee Gangle. Jackson Ryan Young. Abigail Zaragoza Nieto. Taylor K.D. Roush. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, would you please rise as our senior choir members will lead the senior class in the singing of the Boaz High School alma mater. Audience, will you please be seated? Graduating class of 2023. You make me smile. Let me put it that way. Having completed the prescribed course of studies as required by the Alabama State Department of Education and by the power vested in me by Boaz City Schools and the State Board of Education, I hereby pronounce you graduates of Boaz High School. You may move your tassels.
I will now say prayer. Dear Lord, thank you for all the seniors who have worked hard to make it here tonight. Thank you for the parents and families who have gave us an opportunity to reach this milestone in our lives. Thank you for all the teachers here who prepare these students for their life ahead and for treating us as their own. I pray that you lead these students as they enter the next chapter in their lives, and you allow them to follow you, Lord. Let them know that your plan is always greater, and they should always trust you in everything they do. I ask that you keep everyone safe on their drive home, especially the family members who travel a long way to see their senior graduate. We love you and we thank you for everything you've done for us. In Jesus' name, amen. Class of 23, you ready? Yeah! All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Horizon Communications' archives of local high school sports and school programs now spans decades and generations, covering multiple sports and programs. DVDs of these memorable events make the perfect gift for any occasion, and the cost is simple and affordable. The first game or program DVD is $20, the second game or program is $15, and then any others are only $10 each, all on their own individual DVD. Pre-1990 games converted from coaches' films are as low as $5 per game. We have hundreds of games from the late 50s on up. Give us a call at 256-582-7373, message us on Facebook, or email mharden@horizoncommunications.net to check the availability of your desired event. Let Horizon Communications help you with the gift of video to be treasured for a lifetime. Since 1992, Horizon Communications has brought you community channel programming. As we're preparing for another season of high school sports, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank our many loyal community-minded sponsors who've supported Horizon's local origination programming through the years. We encourage our local viewers to patronize our local sponsors and let them know how much you enjoy Horizon's community channel broadcast. For information on joining our team of community channel broadcast sponsors, give Mike Harden a call at 256-582-7373.